Hello everybody and welcome back to World of Warships Legends. My name is Spartan Elite 43 and tonight we are back in the Iowa and we got some special guests with us. We got Beastex in the Friesland, I think. No. He's in the Kansas, sorry. I thought he was in the Friesland for some reason. He's in the Kansas. He's going to go left. But Xarkun and I are going to do something that Xarkun never does. We are going up the middle. He decides to support me in the middle. And what we managed to survive and do from the middle of two brothers is nothing short of absolutely awesome. So hopefully you guys are ready. I know everybody likes a good mid push. And don't worry, this isn't the only one. We actually had the pleasure of playing two brothers back to back to back 3 games in a row. 2 of them I went mid rush and 2 of them will be videos. We got 1 for today and 1 for tomorrow. So hopefully you guys are ready. We're going to have some good old-fashioned memeing videos for you guys. And it is beautiful. Now, like I said, Xarkun doesn't go mid. He's a logical player. He likes to play for the wins. And he plays a specific way that tends to be a lot safer. And tends to just have a better odds of survival and winning a match. And when you consider what I'm having him do here, we're in a match where it's a domination. We're not taking a base, right? I mean, sure, we can help try to keep the B cap, but generally speaking, a lot of times going mid is not the right play. However, I know that the Iowa is very good bow in, and I know that the Iowa is fully capable of taking a crap ton, almost cussed there, a crap ton of damage in the right situation. And this is one of those situations. Now, if you look initially, what you want to look for is, A, is your team moving out on the flanks? And that is what our team's doing currently. We've got team on left and right, which is great. Okay? And then, on top of that, we also are watching the enemy team and what they are doing. Now, we are spotted by the Chappie's radar here, which means everybody on the enemy team is now aware that there are 2 of us going mid. Okay? So what this causes is the enemy team has to react to us. Okay? Now, the choice that everybody tends to make wrong when going mid is that they tend to overextend. If you push out into the enemy cap instead of holding mid and letting the enemy come to you, you're playing into their hand and you're actually putting yourself in danger to be immediately removed, and then all you've done is ruin the game for your team. However, if you can dig in and A, stop enemy from getting points by using the base against them, or capture the enemy base and get the enemy's attention to where they have to come back to you, you would be surprised how much A, you can take in here, especially if you have a partner, especially if you're in a battleship and you have will to rebuild going, as we are. First shot on a Georgia, not preferable. It's actually pretty sad. But you're going to see that I don't just rush out into this. We're going to limit who can shoot us. We're looking for targets of opportunity, like a Chapayev, who is overextended, who has put himself in such a position at which he is very, very susceptible to being removed. Getting rid of a fire spammer like a Chapayev quickly while they're this close is a huge, especially a radar cruiser, huge to get to helping the team out. So I'm going to go ahead and take the risk of pushing out and trying to get rid of this Chappie. Now, I know he has torpedoes. I know they're basically suicide torpedoes, but we're right on the edge of the range, potentially. We are spotted, so he knows we're coming. He's angled away slightly, and he can do damage to us if he gets out at range and bombs us with HE. So we've got to get rid of him while we got the opportunity. So you can see we're not going to be able to spot him until our superstructure clears the island. But as soon as we do, we have the shot. Our front guns are past the island. So you can see I'm going to go ahead and take the shot just past the center of the ship. And pow! He's gone. 3 Citadel, Dev Strike. You'll love to see it. Huge kill. Gets him out of here. No more HE spam from him. Now, the Lion's a whole other story. So we don't want to sit here and let the Lion sit here and farm us either. So what we're going to do is we're going to reverse, keep the Lion at bay, so he's not going to be able to lob us forever. He's going to have to come back out in front of us. Now, we've got the Georgia's attention, but we've got Kuchezov behind us, Xarkun, sitting here bombing the crap out of the Georgia, and this is what I'm talking about. At these sorts of ranges, the Georgia's going to struggle to get rid of a Kuchezov. And then on top of that, Xarkun also gets smoke if he needs it. So we have kind of a perfect scenario here for this push. And it works out exactly as you can see. Now, you can also see that there's a cruiser and a battleship coming back. Now, we know the battleship's coming back. The cruiser we didn't know was coming back. But he does. The cruiser actually does come back, and so does the destroyer. So what we ended up fighting was the Georgia, the Lion, a Fletcher, a Cleveland, a Vladdy, and a Chapayev. That is 6 out of the enemy's 9 ships. Now, we're losing the match right now. This is not good, right? Everybody knows that we're losing the match. Now, we're spotted. Nobody's close enough to spot us, and spotted. So, I say that as the Lion gets spotted when he fires at us. But he's not the one that was spotting us, because there's an island between us. So, in fact, it's actually a Fletcher. And the Fletcher has doubled back, and he's going to be launching torpedoes into this. And he's actually going to do some damage, not just with torpedoes, but also he's going to smoke up and sit there and bomb on me after he knows that I damage con. But then the Cleveland comes up, and once the Cleveland gets spotted here, Xarkun launches some torpedoes, and you can see the torps coming in from the Fletcher. We're going to be able to thread the needle for the most part, but we're definitely taking at least one torpedo here. Probably going to cause a flood, so we're going to have to damage con that. And I maybe should have held my damage con for just a little bit, especially with will to rebuild being a thing, because I knew that I was about to pull out on this Cleveland, and I knew that I would be able to hit him, but he was probably going to set a fire on me before I could do a lot of damage to him. Now, we hit him with the front guns. Rear guns didn't quite clear. We managed to get 11K through the bow. The Cleveland and the Fletcher are bombing on me, so here come the fires. Fletcher sets the first fire. Cleveland's probably going to get a second fire here. We lose a turret temporarily because Georgia shoots our turrets, which is real unfortunate because I need to get rid of this Cleveland, and I don't quite have the guns to do it. Though our rear gun should be able to clear the island now. As he pushes towards the thing, we're not actually able to use the rear gun. And we hit him with the front gun, and we're backing up into the smoke. Xarkun thankfully comes forward. He smokes up. If we hold our fire, we're going to be able to get away with not getting obliterated. Cleveland doesn't end up sonaring or radaring us here, which is really crazy to think, to be honest. But I know I'm spotted, but he's given me a little bit of a reprieve. But again, I want to get rid of this Cleveland. It's a DPM cruiser. It's a radar cruiser. Could easily turn the tide of the battle. So if we can get rid of him, then that's huge for the team. Now, we're not spotted initially. There's the sonar from the Cleveland. We fire the front gun, we get a decent shot. We fire the second gun, we get a decent shot. We break one of his turrets and then fire the rear gun when we get clear of the island. And we manage to get rid of the Cleveland. That gets rid of the sonar. That's going to keep Xarkun alive in the smoke, so he's not going to be getting shot. There is a Vladdy within 3 kilometers, so if he's not running concealment, then the Vladdy could actually spot us with proxy spot. Now here we've got torpedoes coming in again. I do have a damage con available, but I'm also in a world of hurt here. I can't take 2 of them. I can only take 1. So I've got to slip this. I take 1 on the bow, and oh my god, we managed to slip it. It doesn't get any closer than that, folks. We managed to use our damage con to stop the flooding, and will to rebuild is already bringing us back. Now, I do make a misplay here. I should have used will to rebuild, got back up to full health on the will to rebuild, and then use the heal. But I wanted to make sure we survived that in case one of the other guys shot us. So that's why I used the heal when I did, but that's a bit of a misplay. Could have cost me my life here. But that being said, we are slowly but surely whittling away these guys. Now, the Vladdy actually is making a bit of a good play here. The Vladdy is not rushing us. He's already seen what happens every time somebody rushes us. Doesn't end well for them. The Georgia's coming back. Xarkun's continuing to do what he's been doing to the Georgia the entire time, which is just burning him alive. Like, the Georgia has done a pretty good job of maintaining his damage controls and not just being roasted alive for the entirety of the match. But, again, there's only so much you can do under the constant barrage of HE spam. Now, we know the Fletcher's still here. We know he's in a smoke screen right now. But the Fletcher starts shooting at other people as well. And we were constantly worried about what the Vladdy was going to do. So you can see I keep checking him just to make sure he's not moving forward. Because if he does, he's not going to be able to pie the corner correctly, and I'm going to be able to dev strike him if he does. Much like a Yamato. So if he comes around that corner, I know that I can kill the Vladdy. But the other side of it is I'm constantly watching him fire his guns from one side to the other. Now watch what happens here shortly. The Fletcher's going to get spotted off to the left side. He's going to be pushing out. Now here we get very lucky that this guy launched widespread torpedoes and there just happened to be an Iowa-sized gap in the middle of them. Because, doesn't get much closer than that, boys. The torp beats are real. I like it when I don't actually have to dodge them. It was very, very close. But, you can see I'm starting to look at the Lion. I want to maybe be able to hit him. Lions can be very tanky. Kind of reminds me of the Monarch when it comes to being tanky. But I've got one heal left. I've got one freaking damage, or I've got one heal left. I'm about to use it because I need to rush this Vladdy. Once we saw the Fletcher out on the left side, I know I ain't got to worry about the torpedoes anymore. And we're going to have to get rid of this Georgia. Once we get rid of this Georgia, we're going to rush the Vladdy. That's the goal here. So you can see we're still getting shot at by the Lion. Again, every time he shoots at us, he's not shooting at other people. And we've got will to rebuild, plus we have our damage cons, and so we can take a bit of that beating. We fire back at the Lion. We're trying to go for that superstructure, and we do get a really good shot into the superstructure, 8,500 damage that time. And Georgia, slowly but surely succumbing to the HE barrage from the Kutuzov that is Xarkun. And as soon as the Georgia goes away, as we get a permafire against us from the guy on the left, the Lion, as soon as Georgia's gone, which he should be dead at any moment, now me and Xarkun have both made up our minds. It's time to push. We have brought this game back. It's one of the craziest freaking mid-pushes you'll ever see, guys. Literally did everything that we could. Will to rebuild being completely broken helped save us in this one a lot. And we managed to bring back what was looking like a loss. And now we have the points lead because we've been in the enemy cap for so long. Plus we've had 2 caps. Plus we've managed to kill the enemy ships between me and Xarkun and the rest of our team. We've managed to bring this game back. We have a points lead. We can take a few more risks here. So Xarkun and I have decided this Vladdy needs to go. He's got broadside shots at our guys on the left, so he needs to go. My plan here was initially to ram the Vladivostok. I'm like, okay, if I can get in here and ram this guy, that's GG. Xarkun obviously has torpedoes, so his goal here is to kill the Vladdy with torpedoes if he gets a good chance. Vladdy, not a slouch. He's played it very well so far. He's going to shoot straight through the bow of Xarkun and darn near kill him before Xarkun can get the shot off. Fortunately, Xarkun gets very lucky that the shells from the Lion actually miss him. And he does manage to get his torps away. Now we take a shot, we destroy one of the Vladdy's guns, and we take out and we knock the other turret temporarily, which forces a damage con. He's gonna take at least 2 torpedoes here from Xarkun, which is huge. And now I'm thinking, okay, maybe I don't need to ram this guy. Maybe I can get the kill on him if I can flank him. But unfortunately, he does manage to kill Xarkun. He used his damage con to heal that turret and get his guns loaded and finish off Xarkun, which is real unfortunate. We take a shot into the turret, hoping to kill his turret because I wanted to get alongside so I could kill him. We don't manage to kill him, so now the ram is on the table. Getting rid of this guy is now guaranteed. Like, we have to guarantee get rid of him. So he makes the same decision as I do. He decides to ram me. I decide to ram him. Between the two of us, it's just death. And that basically secures the win. Because now we have a destroyer who's going to be able to capture the base, and we have Beast Techs in the Kansas and the other battleship who are both will to rebuilding one another. And the only thing against them is a Lion that's been shooting HE for the entirety of the game. So he's not going to be able to carry his team shooting HE. It's just not going to be a thing. And our guys are not going to die using will to rebuild. So it's been a heck of a game. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. It's not the most damage in the world, but again, this is one of those times where I would love to know how much potential damage we had. Think about the amount of ships that we were up against. Again, we had the Lion, we had the Georgia, we had the Fletcher, we had the Cleveland, we had the Vladivostok, and the Chapayev. All 6 of those ships were shooting at us. Now, obviously, Chapayev didn't last very long, but again, all of that is potential damage. The amount of torpedoes that that passed by us. Just by themselves, the amount of potential damage that was. And the fact that we were able to get so much damage against us while our teammates were able to hold their flank on the left side and manage to pull this game back. So, huge plays all the way around. Our team managing to win their side, even though we lost the other side, but us being able to bring everybody to us for so long and keep everybody's attention for so long won that match. So while the mid push isn't always the best solution for a game, if it's done correctly, it is a valid strategy, especially now that people spawn directly over mid. Okay, it doesn't take as long to go through mid as it used to take when they spawned everybody out on the edges. So, let me know what you guys think. I personally love a good mid push. There's nothing better. I just enjoy it. It's so exciting. So, as you can see, Tashkent, Awake TT coming in at the top of the freaking leaderboard. 2,500 base. Me in the Iowa 2,500 base with 3 kills. Kansas Beastex coming in with 2,500 base with 2 kills. And Xarkun in the Kuchazov coming in with 2,100 or 2,200 base with a single kill. We literally, in the top 4 people, killed 7 out of the enemy 9 ships. So, if you like what we're doing, punch the like button, leave a comment below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, I will see you in the next video.